Hi, everyone. Welcome back, and thank you for joining this 45-minute power flow. Before we get started, if you have a block or a block-like item to use as a prop today, that will be really helpful. This is a bit more of an advanced flow. If you do not have an advanced practice, no worries. Just all the more reason to grab the block so it can be used as a balance assist. So give you a moment there to grab any household items, or if you do have a block, that's awesome. And before we start moving our bodies, I just want to take a moment to break down these two terms, so power and flow. As to me, they create such a beautiful balance. They really work in harmony together on our mat and in our lives. So what's going on in the world right now, these two terms really resonate with me. The first being power, and being open to understanding power in the sense that it comes from within, and an external circumstance only has as much power as you give it. So the amount of energy, attention, and awareness that you place onto a circumstance and the way in which you do so determines how you live through this situation. So, of course, right now, what's happening in the world is undoubtedly scary, and there's many moments of uncertainty and fear and anxiety. I'm not trying to take away from that. All of those feelings are valid and true, and part of the large spectrum of emotions that I think everyone is experiencing right now. And at the same time, the power is in your hands. The way in which this affects you is up to you. We cannot control what is happening. We can only control the way that we receive it, the attitude that we have towards the scenario. And then the second term being flow. And flow, to me, really means to surrender, to let go, to move like water through this situation. So to adapt without losing your shape. And those two terms together in life and on your mat create this beautiful balance. This balance of finding that power and placing it intentionally in a way that allows you to receive situations the way that they best serve you, and then to flow, to let go, to hand over that control to things that are out of your control. And maybe in doing so provides a little bit of relief. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started in a child's pose. Allowing your knees to be wide, sinking hips towards heels. Arms are extended long out in front of you, and your forehead is rested on the mat. Beginning to breathe here in this shape. Every inhale, the belly drops, the back expands, and every exhale, you melt, you surrender, you begin to tap into that flow. Breathing in from the base of the spine through the crown of the head. Breathing out, arrive onto your mat, close your eyes. Begin to tap into the connection of the earth beneath you and the space around you. Maybe beginning to feel the comfort, the support, the familiarity of your home as it serves as the background and of the environment of your practice on your mat. Breathing in that power that you do have. Breathing out, surrendering to what's not in your control. Beginning to breathe with that balance. Find your harmony in your breath. And then maybe rocking the forehead from side to side, awakening your third eye. Your third eye being your intuition. And allowing this force to guide you through your practice. So feeling your way through this powerful flow instead of thinking your way through it. Maybe starting to visualize that third eye portal opening up and any lingering thoughts in the mind to pour out of this space in your forehead and down deep into the earth below. You do not need them for this practice. Just as you do not need what has happened so far in your day. It's in the past. Let it go. And you do not need what is to come, what is in the future. It has not happened yet. Any things on your to-do list, you cannot accomplish them here in the next 45 minutes on your mat. So let it go. It will not serve you here in this practice. Taking one more deep inhale. One more complete exhale. And inhale moves you up to all fours, hands and knees. Taking a few cat and cows here. Ensuring wrists are right underneath your shoulders and knees under your hips. Inhale, arch the spine. Send your heart space forward. Throat is long, gaze is up. Exhale, round. Dome out the upper back, belly button to spine, gaze towards belly button. Inhale, arch the spine. Cow pose. Exhale, round. Press into the mat. Cat pose. Moving through cat and cow on your own, bringing in any other variations and movements that feel good for you. Again, option to close your eyes. Feel your way through this. Maybe having a moment of gratitude for moving through this practice in your home with the ability to really turn in, to not worry about what anyone else is doing. Yes, while we may miss a class-like environment, that communal support. Taking a moment to focus on what we do have here. This freedom in our own home. The ability to test our boundaries, to move in a creative way. To come to our edge, to not be afraid to fall. Finishing up your last rounds of cat and cow, and then coming to a neutral spine. Inhale, send the right leg and the left arm out long. Flex the foot, spin the palm in towards your face. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen and reach it out long. Gazes forward, press into the right palm. Exhale, knee to elbow, dome out the back like you are in cat. Inhaling here once more, lift everything long. And exhale, place the palm and the knee back down on the mat. Moving on to the other side. Inhale, reaching out long with the left foot and the right hand. Reaching through that left heel and extending out through the right arm. Energy out the fingertips. Inhaling here. Exhale, crunch elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Keeping the hips square. Core engaged. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Make it intentional. Inhale, lengthen once more. Exhale, placing palm and knee back down on the mat. Inhale, step back to high plank. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhaling here, energy from the crown of the head out to the heels, high into the balls of the feet. Exhale, drawing your right knee to your right tricep. And then just begin to pulse it towards the tricep for 5, 4, 3, squeeze the core, 2, neck is long, 1, step the right foot back. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, left knee to left tricep. Begin to pulse it here for 5, 4, 3, squeeze that right glute, 2, 1, step the left foot back. Inhale brings you up to high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips are high. Knees are bent to create a bit more space in the spine. Pressing through the mat with your palms, all 10 fingers spread wide. Rotate armpits in towards face. Pressing heart to the tops of the thighs as the heels melt down towards the earth. Inhale, come high into the balls of the feet. Exhale, take baby steps to the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold. Hanging here for a moment. And maybe gazing at the space in between the legs. Viewing a space, a part of your home that we've seen so many times, but from a flipped perspective. How can we move through life right now by getting a bit creative, flipping our perspective in order to see something new? Maybe we're moving through days that feel a little bit similar right now, as we're a bit restricted as to what we can do, where we can go. So how can we alter our viewpoint in order to see something with a bit of freshness? Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen spine, long heart open. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, root to rise, reverse swan dive up to the sky, press into the heels, lift through the hands and the heart. Exhale, hands to heart center, samastitihi. Close the eyes. And set an intention for your practice. Inhale, breathe that intention in. Let it fire up your body, ignite your soul from the inside out. Exhale. Inhaling here once more, breathe that in, feel your power. Exhale, release any residual tension or stress that you are holding in your body or your mind. Inhale, reach your prayer up to the sky, gaze follows. Maybe take a back bend here, hips forward, heart up. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, chair pose, arms sweep up high. Seat is lowered. Weight into heels. Lifting lower abs away from the tops of the thighs. Inhale, reach through the fingertips, spin pinkies in towards each other. Exhale, shoulders melt down the spine, sink a little deeper. 2 more deep breaths here, breathe in. Exhale, you got this. Finding your balance between where you can place your power and where you can let go. Inhaling here once more. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, shoulder blades kiss, gazes forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Inhaling here, press the mat away, shift shoulders over wrists. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, bending the elbows to 90 degrees. Inhaling through your upper dog, find that back bend, expand through the collarbone. Exhale, downward facing dog.
Taking 3 deep breaths in your down dog. And maybe you breathe with this mantra. On the inhale, thinking I am. And on the exhale, so balanced. Identifying your left hand. Inhale. And exhale, sending your left hand to the outside of your right leg. So maybe that's on the shin, maybe that's at the ankle. Bending your left knee a bit so you can press into the right palm and rotate your torso to the left, to the right. Taking a deep inhale. Exhale, placing your left hand back down on the mat, down dog. Moving through this with the right hand this time. Inhale deeply. Exhale, swooping your right hand to the outside of your left leg. Bending the right knee and finding this IT band stretch and twist on this side, rotating your heart space to the left. Pressing into that left palm, stay lifted up and out of the shoulder. Inhaling here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right hand plants back to where it started. Inhale, come high to the balls of the feet. Exhale, take baby steps to the top of the mat. Lift through the core. Forward fold. Placing the left palm in the center of the mat. Inhale, the right arm sweeps up high to the sky. Exhale, switch hands, right hand down, right knee bends. Inhale, the left arm sweeps up high. Exhale, left hand comes back down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, press through the heels, lift through the heart, gently tuck the pelvis, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Inhale, reach up, look up, maybe back bend here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Listen for the changes here. Exhale, arrive. Inhale, lift high into the balls of the feet. Exhale, sweep the arms back, straighten the legs. Diver's pose. So weight is forward onto the balls of the feet, shoulder blades kiss, palms down, heart open. Inhale, come back to chair on the balls of the feet. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, move back and travel through your flow or optional crow pose here. We'll all meet in a downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, floating child's pose. Knees wide, hips back towards heels. Press into the palms, lengthen the spine. Inhale, draw your knees back to hip width distance. Exhale, straighten the legs, down dog. Moving through this 2 more times on your own. So each inhale moves you forward to plank. Exhale, knees wide, hips towards heels. Inhale, knees come back in towards center. And exhale, straighten the legs, down dog. Inhale, right leg floats up high to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Option to flip your dog. If you're in a flipped dog, moving back to 3-legged dog through a side plank variation. All meeting in a 3-legged dog. Inhaling here. Exhale, tiger curl, knee to nose, dome the spine, press into the mat. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot through, low lunge. Inhaling here.
Exhale, back knee plants down to the mat, back toes untuck. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the right leg. You may need to adjust your stance here a bit. Moving into Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold over the leg. Flex that right foot. Press the heel through the mat and lift toes towards face. Keep a micro bend in the right leg. Breathing through this stretch. You may need to bring a block right underneath your hip to lift your heart space a little higher. Inhale, sending breath into the right hamstring, the right calf, filling this space with nourishing oxygen. And exhale to melt you a little bit deeper into this fold. Inhale, coming back to a lunge. Exhale, half split. Moving through these two shapes on your own. Every inhale, you gently arch the spine. Move your heart space forward. And every exhale, you round the spine, straighten the leg, flex the foot. Option to close your eyes here. Feel your way through this. Release control where you can, creating ease and freedom in these two shapes. Your next inhale brings you back to your low lunge. Exhaling here. Inhale, tuck the back toes. Exhale, straighten the left leg. We're in a low lunge. Inhale, arms sweep up high, high lunge. Exhale, arriving into this shape. Inhaling here. Exhale, ensuring hips are squared, so gently guiding that right hip back, left hip forward. Coming high onto the ball of the back foot. Moving the left heel towards the front of the mat. Inhaling here. Exhale once more. Inhale, straighten both legs, so press into the heel of the right foot, ball of the left. Exhale, double lunge, bend both knees, and cactus twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen, arms straight, legs straight, back to center. Exhale, double lunge twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen once more. Exhale, bending that front knee. We're back in our high crescent lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, winging the arms back, the torso forward. Extended power lunge. Inhale, feeling the long line of energy from the crown of the head to the heel of the left foot. And an exhale floats you up to warrior three, so arms can stay here, move forward out in front of you, or come to heart center. Breathing here. Spinning the pinky toe of the left foot down towards the earth to lift up on the left inner thigh, so an internal rotation of the left leg. Staying lifted through the heart space, engaged in the core. Taking one more deep inhale. Exhale, Kundalini squat, so bending and curling everything onto that right leg. And here's where your blocks may come in. So moving your block or your fingertips on the ground, about a foot in front of your right foot, and then over to the right just a bit. Taking one more final inhale in the squat, one more complete exhale, and then an inhale peels you open to half moon. Hips are stacked, left foot is flexed, shoulders are stacked, lifting up through the right side body. Opening the heart space,
reaching out through the legs and the arms. And maybe that right arm floats up. Inhaling here. Exhale, gently step back to warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward, up and back. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Pressing right forearm into top of the right thigh to lift up the right side body. Gaze can come up towards the left fingertips. Pressing through the knife edge of the left foot. Inhaling here. Exhale, float your left fingertips up and over towards the front of your mat. Inhale, right arm lifts up to frame your face. Exhaling here. Inhale lifts you up to stand. Keep a bend in the front knee. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Tip back, triangle pose. Reverse triangle pose. And now move into triangle. So lean forward, forward, forward. Reach that right hand past your right foot. And then exhale. Tips you down. Your right hand finding the shin, the block, or the ground. Energetically pulling your heels towards each other, lifting up on the kneecaps to engage the legs. Thinking of this as a right side body opener instead of a left. So lifting up through the right side body and imagining the left ribs melting down towards the spine. Inhale lifts you back up to stand through straight legs. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step back and travel through your flow. Optional one-legged vinyasa. Meeting in a down dog. Inhale, come high into the balls of the feet. Exhale, step or float to the top of the mat. Meet in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, optional back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhaling here. Inhale, lift high into the balls of the feet. Exhale, wing the arms back, straighten the legs, diver's pose. Inhale, chair pose on balls of the feet. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, optional crow. Or step or float back. Travel through your flow, and we'll all meet in a downward facing dog. Moving through this on the left side. Inhale, left heel lifts up high to the sky, three-legged dog. Flex the foot. Press out through the heel. And then bend the knee, open the hip. Option to flip your dog. If you're in a flipped dog, moving back to three-legged dog through a side plank variation. And if you're in the hip opener, gently returning back to your three-legged dog as well. Inhaling here. Exhale, knee to nose, tiger curl. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot through, low lunge. Inhale, tent up onto the fingertips, send the heart forward. Exhale, right knee comes down to the mat, untuck the toes. Inhaling here. Exhale, straighten the left leg.
Half split on this side, again adjusting your stance where you need. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale to fold.
Keeping that left foot nice and flexed, and gently pressing into the top of the right foot. Where are you placing your power in this shape? Where can you soften and surrender? Maybe breathing with that mantra. Breathing in, I am. Breathing out, so balanced. Or any other mantra that serves you. Sometimes when coming back to the breath isn't quite enough to anchor us into the present moment, a mantra is a really beautiful tool. Inhale, I am. Exhale, so balanced is the one I'm using today. Honoring that balance of power and flow. Inhale crawls you forward to your low lunge. Exhale, half split. Moving through these two shapes. Option to close your eyes. Feel your way through this. Opening up the right hip flexor, the back of the left leg. Meeting in a low lunge. Inhale, tucking the back toes. Exhale, pressing the leg to straight. Coming into our second low lunge variation. Inhale, arms sweep up high to the sky, high crescent lunge. Exhale, arrive, melt shoulders down spine. So maybe intentionally drawing them up towards the ears. Back in space. And then down the spine. Pinkies spin in, gazes forward. Lifting up through that back heel, coming high onto the ball of the foot. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, double lunge, bend both knees, cactus twist to the left. Reaching forearms back in space, heart space forward. Inhale, everything comes back to center, straighten the arms and legs. Exhale, double lunge, cactus twist. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, twist. Inhale, straighten, squeezing inner thighs towards each other. Exhale, bending the front knee back to our high lunge. Inhaling here, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, sending the arms back to our extended power lunge. Lifting, belly away from the top of the left thigh. Gaze is forward and down. Neck is long. Inhaling here. Exhale, moving to warrior three again with any of these arm variations. Spinning that right hip down. One long line of energy from the crown of the head out through the right heel. Finding power and surrendering to softness, to flow. Taking one more deep inhale. Exhale, Kundalini squat. Finding your block and placing it about a foot in front of the left foot and over to the left. Taking one more inhale here. Exhale, engage the core. Find that midline engagement. Keeping that on. And then inhale peels you open to half moon on this side. Where can you lengthen? Through the crown of the head, through the heel of the right foot. Where can you soften? Maybe in the mind, becoming unattached to what's coming up for you here. Taking one more deep inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward, up and back, reverse your warrior. Lengthen through the left side body. And exhale, coming into side angle, keeping that length as you compress this space just a bit. Keeping a deep bend in the left knee, lifting up through the left side body. Remaining long in the spine. Gaze can come up towards the right fingertips. Feeling your way into this shape. Noting where you place your power and working on the ways which you can soften, which you can tap into your flow. Let go. Inhale, lifting through those right fingertips. Exhale, extending the arm over the head. Inhale, left arm comes to frame your face. Exhaling here. Inhale, lifts you up to stand. Keep that left knee bent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Tip back, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. Shift forward with the torso and back with the hips. And then tipping you down so the left hand comes to the shin, the block, or the mat. And gently tucking the pelvis. Energetically pulling the heels towards each other. What comes up for you in this shape? Where can you adjust your perspective, your attitude to serve you best? Where can you surrender? Inhale, lifts you back up to stand through straight legs. Exhale, bending the front knee, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat and travel through your flow. Option again for a three-legged vinyasa. And always an option to come back to child's pose or straight back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift high into the balls of the feet. Exhale, step or float to the top of the mat, and we'll meet in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reverse swan dive up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Closing your eyes for a moment, coming back to your intention, back to your breath. Softening here for a moment, but staying engaged, so pressing through the feet, lifting through the kneecaps, squeezing the glutes, pressing frontal hip points forward. Engaged in the core, so like you're wearing a corset. Length through the spine, openness in the heart. Lifting earlobes away from shoulders, creating space in the neck. All the micro muscles in the face are soft and relaxed. Inhale, open the eyes, send the prayer up high to the sky, back bend. Exhale, forward fold, wash it out, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float back, and travel through your flow. Inhale, right leg lifts up high to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, tiger curl, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right tricep, optional arm balance here. Meeting back in a three-legged dog. Taking an inhale. Exhale, right knee to left tricep, optional fallen triangle, or whatever variation. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot through, rise up, high crescent lunge. Inhale, stork pose on the left side. So lifting the left knee up, flexing the foot. Exhale, figure four. So a couple different options with our figure four, and I'll do one on each side. So of course an option to remain here or to bring your hands down to blocks or to the mat. Another option is to come into a standing big toe stretch. Another option is a flying pigeon. So I'll do standing big toe stretch on this side and flying pigeon on the next. So for our standing big toe, keeping your right hand at heart center, grabbing your left toes with your left peace fingers, so your pointer and middle finger, yeah. Engage the core, lift through the heart, press into the right foot, come all the way up to stand, lengthen through that left leg. Stay lifted in the spine. Inhaling here. Exhale. Lift both hands up towards the sky. Keep that foot flexed and lifted. And begin to pulse the leg. 1, 2, 3, and come back to your figure four. And if you're in flying pigeon, move back to your downward facing dog. If you're in figure four, lift up to stork. Lift up to stork. Placing the left foot next to the right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And exhale, either travel through a flow or meet in a downward facing dog. Wherever you are, however you are using this playtime, we're all meeting in a down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up high, three-legged dog. Exhale, tiger curl, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog, press into the palms, lift through the heel. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Optional arm balance, which I don't know if I have space for here. Let's try it out. Wherever you are, meeting in a three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right tricep. Optional fallen triangle. Or any variation, maybe you're working on lifting that leg. Inhale, coming back to a three-legged dog. And exhale, step through high crescent lunge. Inhale, lifts you to stork on the right side. And exhale, figure four. Again, moving through any variations. Staying in your figure four, keeping that right foot flexed. Maybe your hands come to blocks or the ground. You can work on that big toe stretch on this side, or I'm going to move into flying pigeon. So for flying pigeon, keeping the right foot flexed, placing your hands down onto the mat, bending your left knee, and then moving through chaturanga arms, and then placing your right shin on top of your bent arms, like you're placing it onto a shelf. Your arms are serving as a shelf for your whole upper body, staying really lifted through the core, rounded through the spine. And then hooking your right foot over your left tricep. Wherever you are, meeting in a down dog. Inhale, come high into the balls of the feet. Exhale, baby step or float to the top of the mat. We'll meet in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, reach up, look up, back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhaling here. Inhale, lifting the heels high on the balls of the feet. Exhale, diver's pose. Inhale, chair on the balls of the feet. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, optional crow, or travel through your standard vinyasa, or maybe straight back to a downward facing dog. And that's where we'll all meet. And maybe if you're in crow and you've got this, working on a different variation in your home practice. Meeting in a down dog. Taking 3 deep breaths. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees come to the mat. Sit up onto the shins, and we're setting up for camel. So ensuring that your knees are right underneath your hips. Placing your palms to your low back, fingertips down towards the earth. Begin to gently squeeze the glutes. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. And then begin to move your elbows in towards each other, in towards your spine. You'll find this lift in the heart here. If this feels good and energized for you here, welcome to stay here. If not, begin to press palms into low back. Frontal hip points forward, lift through the heart first, and then you can go ahead and move back, allowing your head to fall into the cradle of your shoulders. If you can see the ground from here, you can move your hands to your heels. Taking 3 deep breaths wherever you are. And when you're ready, placing palms back on low back, pressing back into palms to lift you back up to straight. And then sitting back onto your heels, closing your eyes. Allowing all the sensations from this practice in its entirety so far, as well as this deep heart opener, vibrate through your body. Feel this subtle energy that you have created by simply breathing, moving, and being with intention and the ongoing practice of balancing out power and flow. Taking one more deep breath here. Exhale, open the eyes. Move into a seated position, so cross your legs. And come on to your seat. And then gently roll all the way down to the mat. Setting up for bridge or wheel. So choosing your option. Moving into your back bend. And taking 3 deep full breaths in whatever shape you choose. And then gently coming down through a rounded spine. Sacrum is the last thing to touch. If you're in a wheel, ensuring that your elbows are tracking in towards each other. And your knees are over your ankles. Your heart is lifted. Your glutes are slightly engaged. When your sacrum hits the mat, walking the outside edges of your feet to the outside edges of the mat, and allowing your knees to fall in towards each other. Staying here, we can begin to windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Coming back to your breath, back to your flow. And when you feel complete, bringing knees into chest, rocking and rolling along the sacrum. This is a 45-minute power flow, a bit more advanced as I mentioned. So I'm going to trust that you all will cool down and move through some final restorative shapes. But we will just end with one more spinal twist to the right, and then a twist to the left. Bringing knees back into center. And then extending the legs out long, and the arms out long. Moving into your final Shavasana corpse pose. And again, this is your home practice, so invitation to really take up space here. Move into a bit more of an X-like shape. Feeling the support of the ground underneath you. The comfort and familiarity of your home as your current setting of your practice. Breathing in, feeling that power that you have within you, the power that you have the ability to place on any given circumstance, the power that gives you the ability to adjust your attitude to serve you best. And your next exhale, feel the flow. Let go, surrender, melt into the earth underneath you, allowing all muscles to hang heavy and thoughts to be still. Staying here for a few more moments on your own. My voice will come back to guide you out. Taking a deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. You are welcome to stay in this shape as long as you would like, as long as you need. But if you're ready to move on, begin to bring some slight movement into your body. Wiggle fingers and toes. Roll out ankles and wrists. Maybe take a full body stretch. And then roll over onto one side into a fetal position. Fetal position is a shape that honors the birth of our practice as we move it off of our mat and into the rest of our day, the rest of our lives. So taking a moment here to reflect on and contemplate that balance. Power and flow. Gently pressing yourself up to a seated position. Bringing hands to heart center. Taking a moment to honor the intention you brought with you to class today. Breathe that in. Exhale it out. And taking a moment to honor you for showing up with power and flow, for showing up on your mat to move through your practice
with intention, to breathe, to be. Inhale, breathe that in. Exhale, let it go. Open your eyes and have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much for practicing with me. My schedule is posted on my page. All the videos are in the IGTV section, and I also recently created a YouTube channel for all the videos as well. This way they display a bit larger. You can often put them on the TV. It's just a little different than having it on the phone screen. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. I also offer private virtual sessions, so message me if that interests you as well. Thank you so much. Namaste.